The first card you have for your past is the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, obviously this is a fantastic card. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a road here. There's like a path going up toward these mountains in this card. And I think you're on the road toward things being a lot better for you, especially around health. I see health a lot in your readings, and I'm just looking at this this path again, and this is the path you were taking. This is the path you were taking towards getting better, toward feeling better. This is the path up the mountain to where you want to go. I'm seeing that you might have been eliminating things. You might have been in a process of elimination. And I think this could be around some medication that you were taking or something like that, maybe. Maybe you were trying to find the answer to something. And I am seeing determination. You were determined. You were determined to find out exactly what was wrong with you, what was happening. I think this determination started at the beginning of the year, actually. You were saying, right, new year, I'm going to start this, I'm going to find out what this is. And you haven't given up. You've kept on going. And this has been in your readings before this year. So you're still going on with this. This is what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I'm seeing a setback as well. You might have been feeling ill for some reason. Maybe you were trying to recover from this for a few days or something like that. And maybe you're feeling as if, you weren't getting anywhere. You were going backwards. You might be thinking, oh, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm sick. How did that happen? I'm supposed to be getting better and it's getting worse. So I think, you weren't going backwards. I think this might have actually helped you in some way. I know it didn't feel like that at the time, but there was some kind of cause and effect around this setback that helped you. I think, it might be something like maybe you found out you had an allergy. Maybe you eliminated some medication from your, from what you would have, and then that changed how you're feeling. Or maybe you eliminated some food that you're eating to see whether that was making you sick or better or what. And I think, if you're sick, you would obviously stop taking it. And if you're better, you would take it. So it was that kind of thing. You were kind of trying lots and lots of different things. And I think this sickness was showing you something, was showing you that you shouldn't have taken this, or you shouldn't have done this, or eaten this, or something. So that enabled you to eliminate something because of that sickness. So even though it felt like you're going backwards, oh, I don't want to keep on being sick, that kind of helped you to eliminate something, and that helped you on this road to going forward. And you are getting there. I keep on seeing that. I think you're probably a lot further down this path than you realize. Just keep on going. Keep that determination up. Keep going if this resonates. That's what I'm seeing in that. So the next card you have for your past is the Eight of Cups. So yeah, obviously this card is about walking away, moving on. I think, yeah, you did separate from someone a while ago, and I think you've more or less moved on. Actually, I think, yeah, you've definitely physically moved on anyway. You might still have some hurt, some feelings, whatever, but you have physically moved on. I'm getting a feeling of really wanting independence. I'm getting this really strong feeling of wanting independence, needing independence, even needing it. I think this ex, or whoever this was, might have expected you to just follow what they wanted, or to just agree to whatever they said. Whether you actually did agree or not, they didn't care. They just, as long as you were saying you were agreeing, that's what they wanted, which is ridiculous. That might be a bit extreme, but I think maybe by the end you were just feeling as if they weren't interested in what you wanted, or what your thoughts or what your feelings were. It was all very one-sided, and you felt very trapped in this, very trapped. And you can be a quiet person, you can, but that doesn't mean that you don't have an opinion. Of course you do. If people seek you out in the right way and just ask you in a nice way, and they listen to you properly, then you're more likely to open up. If people kind of are ready to be open to listen to you, but this person was not like that. And I'm just getting this feeling that maybe you're kind of, the way that you're a little bit quiet and your kind of sensitivity might have been what attracted them to you in the beginning. But in the end, I think your sensitivity was what they didn't appreciate about you. They might have even taken advantage of that. And I think in time, after you'd spent some time apart, I think they might have actually started to realise some of these things. But, you know, I'm just looking at the water on this card. It looks a bit shallow, actually. So I don't think they were able to see things properly, if that makes sense. That they weren't seeing the reality of things when they were looking back on this. I don't think they understood the depth of what had happened between you. Maybe they still don't. They probably still don't. There wasn't any depth of how they understood the situation. That's what I'm seeing in that. So yeah, the last card you have your past is the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, independence, being by yourself, working hard, working for yourself. This man is by himself working, obviously, and he has his back to the town, so he has his back to people. And you definitely had your back to this ex after you separated. And yeah, of course there was heartache, but there was also a sense of eventually opening up to what you wanted, opening up to yourself, if that makes sense. I'm just getting this feeling again of being trapped, feeling trapped, and then after a while you kind of emerged, feeling as if you suddenly had the freedom to do whatever you wanted. I'm just looking at the way this man's apron's tied. The straps or the ties on his apron, on his back, look a little bit like butterflies. So, you know, butterflies, obviously the ultimate symbol of freedom, of emerging out of a dark cocoon into the light, into freedom, and being able to fly. That's the ultimate freedom, being able to fly. So I think there might have been a lot of things that you felt that you weren't able to do when you were around this person, and then when you got away, even though it hurt, after a while you got over that hurt and you realized, wow, I can do what I want now, I can do this, I can do that. And obviously this is the card of work, so you might have been pursuing a new career path or a business, or maybe just a new hobby or something like that. But I think this felt really good, this feeling of having nobody to distract you, nobody telling you what to do. You wanted to work on whatever this was all the time. I think you were really, really obsessed with working on this because it was giving you this freedom, and you had the freedom to do that. You know, if you wanted to work on whatever this was at 1 a.m, you could. There was no one stopping you, no one saying, oh, it's too late, come to bed, what are you doing that for? Or if you wanted to have all your things out all over the table or over the floor or wherever, you could. No one was there stopping you. So it was this really amazing feeling of freedom, and you were able to work on what you wanted. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the first card you have for your present is the Seven of Wands. So I'm still getting that feeling of independence. You still have that inside of you, which is really fantastic. And you love that feeling. But I think you might be feeling at this time as if you need to fight for that independence, fight for that freedom still at this time for some reason, fighting to have your say, maybe. Okay, this might sound a bit strange, but I'm seeing something. This is a bit specific. I think there might be someone around you who does things on your behalf, if that makes sense, or they try to do things on your behalf. They try to do things or say things on your behalf. And again, this is someone who doesn't take your opinions seriously for some reason. They're not giving you autonomy. This could be a family member, actually. I think this person is around your age, though, maybe. I think so. They might be a sibling, they might be a cousin or something like that. This is someone around your age. I think this person might have tried this a few times before, actually, but now that you're kind of in the aftermath, you're still in the aftermath of what happened in this relationship, this past relationship, you're still feeling all that, you're remembering what it was like to feel trapped. So your tolerance for this kind of behavior is very, very low, very, very low. You're not agreeing to what this person's trying to get you to do at all. And you know, you are very, very stubborn. You're very stubborn around this, I'm seeing. And yeah, if this resonates, they're probably not going to give up very easily. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep pushing, I think. And I don't think they're used to seeing this side of you, this stubborn side of you. But they better get used to it, actually, because now that you've tasted this freedom, you're not going to give it up ever to anyone. That's what I'm seeing. You are not going to give this up. You're going to be so stubborn. And I think the more they keep on asking or trying to force this on you, the more stubborn you're going to be. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have here present is the devil. The horrible old devil. So yeah, okay, so they're not the devil. This person is not the devil. They're your family, but I think they are. But this is what you're running away from. This feeling of being trapped again, feeling forced to go along with someone else, whether you want to or not. These poor people, obviously, they're chained to this devil, this horrible devil. And again, I'm not seeing that this person's evil or the devil, but not feeling free and feeling as if someone's trying to force you into something or forcing you to act a certain way or to do a certain thing, leads to these feelings that people think are kind of evil or bad, resentment, anger, all of these negative things. That's what people start to feel when they're trapped and when they're forced. And, the only way this person's going to learn is if you don't give in, no matter what. And you're not going to either, I can see that. So I think this person just needs to learn that you can't force people, you can't make people do what you want. You can ask them, but you can't make them. And that's what this person has to learn. So if this is resonating with you, stay strong for your sake as well as theirs, because you need your freedom. It's a need for you. It's something that's important to you. And what they need is to learn a lesson. They need to learn that you cannot force people to do what you want. You cannot. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have here present is the Four of Wands. Beautiful card. I'm seeing welcoming in this card. These two women are waving their bouquets. They're saying, welcome, welcome, come through this canopy, come to here, come, we welcome you, we want you here. So I think after everything that's happened, I think you might be spending some time with some people, or maybe one person who makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel welcomed. I'm just seeing you might be sitting in someone's house. You might be sitting on a very comfortable sofa. There's a lot of comfort around this. This might be a relative, might be a friend. This is someone who you're really, really close to the point where you can talk about just about anything. And you can totally be yourself around this person. This is exactly what you need. And this is exactly who you need around you at this time. You need someone who's just going to accept you, someone who's going to listen to you, who's going to give you freedom, but also be there for you when you need it. And I think that's who this person is. So this is very nice, very beautiful. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is, I'm seeing a few things. I think, you're still feeling that you need some more time alone to yourself. You need to recharge your batteries, but not just for that reason. I think you might be right on the edge of manifesting something, actually, achieving something you've been wanting to achieve for a long, long time. But of course, you'd never be able to do that while you're still around this ex, or while you're around this person in the Seven of Wands and the devil, obviously. And, you have been working on something. I'm seeing that in the Eight of Pentacles. You have been. And I think you're at your most productive when you first got the sense of freedom, because it was like, oh, I really appreciate freedom now. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to do that. So that's what I'm seeing again. I'm looking at that Eight of Pentacles again. And the wands in this card can symbolize 1111 sometimes. And I am seeing that here. I don't always see that, but I'm seeing it this time. And I'm also looking at the red pointed spire on this castle. It looks a little bit like a red arrow pointing upwards. So it's what this is telling me is that if you walk through these gates, this 1111, the opportunity is there. The gates are opening. You can come through. You can get this manifestation. When you get this, when you work toward that, you'll be going upwards. This arrow is pointing you upwards. It's right in the middle. You're going up. You're going up. You're getting what you want. You're going up to different levels. You're achieving what you want. That's what I'm seeing. Now, you know that you can do this at this time. You are going to be able to do this, but you don't want any interference around you while you're trying to do this. And you know that, I think. You don't want any negative interference with this person in the Seven of Wands and the devil. You want to be able to concentrate as much as you can. You want to have as much time as you can to work on this and get to where you want to go. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So the first card you have for your future is Strength. So yeah, I'm actually seeing passion in this card. I think someone might have a lot of passion for you, or they're going to at this time. This is in the future. Maybe you're in a relationship at this time, or you're going to be. I'm getting a sense of either being someone new, or it could be someone who you're just talking to, or you might be in a relationship with them. Because they're not showing you this passion. They have a lot of passion and they're holding back. They're not showing it to you, not at this time anyway. And again, you're really embracing your independence. You're really wanting to hold on to this. I think you know that this is what is going to move you toward achieving this manifestation. And you're right, it is. If you're independent, if you're by yourself a lot, you'll have more time and space in your head and everything to be able to achieve this. Now, I think this person might be holding back on their passion for you. They might be feeling this I want my independence kind of vibe or feeling coming from you. So this might be why they're holding that back. But I don't think you're the kind of, I don't think you're against being in love with someone. I don't think you're against a relationship. But you just don't want to be around anyone who's going to hold you back. So I don't know if you're going to be interested in this relationship or not. You might be a little bit half-hearted, I don't know, because your main focus, your 100% focus is on achieving this manifestation now. Once it clicks into your head, once you've got that, once you have the 1111, it's time, and you just don't, and you've got this taste of independence, this taste of freedom as well. All of that is leading towards you getting this, and you're not going to let anything get in that way. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your future is the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, I think this person in the Strength card, I think you might know them from work maybe, or there might be some kind of work connection between you. I don't know if they work for you or with you, or if you see them at work, or maybe you go into a shop every day and you see them. Might be something like that. It's something to do with work or business. That's the connection you have with them. Sorry, I just had a hiccup then. That's the connection you have with them. I also think that to be able to achieve this thing that you're trying to manifest, again, it might be a business or something like that, but I am seeing money around this. You might have to go into partnership with someone, or you might have to employ someone to work with you or for you on this. Because even though you're competent and you know what you want, there are some areas where you might need an expert. You might need someone to help you, someone with specialist skills or something like that. I'm just seeing you meeting with some people, even interviewing some people, and I think it'll probably be some time until you get to that stage, but you'll know when that time is, because I'm seeing you going along, working really hard, going along, doing what you're doing, and eventually you're just going to get to this point where you just can't go any further until you have someone else helping you. So that's at the time when you're going to start thinking about, who am I going to get to help me? Do I need to interview people? What am I going to do? But you're going to be able to do this. This is all going to manifest for you. That doesn't mean you're going to sit back and it's going to happen. You know that. You're going to have to work hard. But all the gates are opening. Everything's going to fall into place. Yes, you're going to work hard, but you're going to know which road to follow. You're going to know what to do. You're going to know who to ask. You're going to know everything to do, and it's all just going to happen. The last card you have for your future is the Eight of Wands. Again, it's all going to happen very quickly. Look at that. It's going to happen really quickly, this business or whatever this is. Once you decide to start, nothing and nobody is going to be able to stop you. There's nothing in the way of these wands. No birds, no clouds. There's nothing in the sky on this card apart from these wands. And I think you'll know. I think you'll know exactly what to do. Again, you'll know which direction to go. These wands are heading in one direction. They know where they're going. They're not stopping. That's going to be what you're like. And you know, you have an ace in this reading as well. And when you have an ace in your reading, whether it comes up in the past, present, future, wherever it comes up, it really works in with the whole reading. It kind of influences the whole reading. So yeah, you have that. and you have the Four of Wands. So in terms of manifesting, this is really amazing for you. So again, once you start, you're going to keep going right to the end. So I really, really hope this is resonating with you, because this is fantastic for you, especially in something to do with business, something money related. That's what I'm seeing.